Number 1. This is one of the last known photographs of Jeff Buckley, taken on the evening of May 29, 1997, just hours before his tragic death. In the image, the 30-year-old singer-songwriter, seen on the right, is captured smiling and relaxed during a casual outing near the Wolf River in Memphis, Tennessee, alongside friend Keith Foti. The two had gone to the riverbank to cool off after a recording session. Jeff was wearing shorts and a t-shirt, singing and playing guitar in the water while waiting for his bandmates to arrive. Later that night, Jeff waded into the Wolf River fully clothed while singing the chorus of Led Zeppelin's Whole Lotta Love. A sudden tugboat wake swept him under. His body was found 5 days later on June 4, 1997. The official cause of death was accidental drowning. Jeff Buckley's ethereal voice, haunting cover of Hallelujah, and the raw emotion of his album Grace continue to resonate deeply with listeners worldwide. His music remains a timeless gift. Number 2. This is one of the last known images of Austrian Formula One driver Jochen Rindt before his fatal accident at the 1970 Italian Grand Prix at Monza on September 5, 1970. In the photograph, Jochen is seen at the very beginning of the incident. His Lotus 72 car is just starting to lose control at the ultra-fast Tamburello corner, full throttle, over 300 km per hour. The front left wheel is visibly beginning to come off, the car is already sideways, and smoke is trailing as it skids toward the concrete barrier. The crash occurred on lap 7. Jochen suffered fatal injuries and was pronounced dead later that day at age 28. Despite his death, his incredible 1970 season had been so dominant, he won 5 of the first 9 races, that he could not be caught in the championship standings. As a result, Jochen Rindt became the only driver in Formula One history to win the World Championship posthumously, a record that, hopefully, will never be broken again. His fearless, smooth driving style and natural speed made him one of the most naturally talented drivers the sport has ever seen. Number 3. This is one of the most iconic and tragic photographs in 20th century journalism, taken by Japanese photojournalist Yasushi Nagao on October 12, 1960, at Hibiya Public Hall in Tokyo during a televised political speech. The image captures the exact moment 17-year-old ultranationalist Otoya Yamaguchi lunged forward from the audience and fatally stabbed Inajiro Asanuma, chairman of the Japan Socialist Party, with a wakizashi, short samurai sword. Asanuma, 61, is seen recoiling in shock as the blade strikes his chest, while Yamaguchi holds the weapon firmly in both hands. Seconds after the attack, Yamaguchi turned the blade on himself and died by suicide. The assassination was broadcast live on national television, shocking Japan and the world. Nagao's photograph won the World Press Photo of the Year for 1960 and the 1961 Pulitzer Prize for Photography, the first time a non-American photographer received the Pulitzer in that category. The image remains one of the most powerful visual records of political violence in modern history. Number 4. This is one of the last known photographs of French Formula One driver François Cevert, taken on October 6, 1973, at Watkins Glen International during the United States Grand Prix weekend. The image was captured by Helen Stewart, wife of his Tyrrell teammate and close friend Jackie Stewart, showing François smiling and relaxed in his racing overalls, standing trackside or near the pits, full of confidence ahead of the race. The 30-year-old, widely regarded as one of the most promising talents of his generation and tipped as a future world champion, was in excellent form that season. Tragically, the next day during Saturday qualifying on October 7, 1973, Cevert lost control of his Tyrrell 006 in the ultra-fast SE section, crashing violently into an Armco barrier. The impact was catastrophic. He sustained fatal injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene at age 30. The loss deeply affected Jackie Stewart, who immediately retired from racing after the weekend, citing the death of his teammate and friend as a decisive factor. François Cevert remains remembered as a charismatic, elegant, and exceptionally fast driver whose career was cut short far too soon. Number 5. This is one of the last known photographs of Jeanne Calment, taken on February 21, 1997, during the celebration of her 122nd birthday at her nursing home in Arles, France. In the image, the world's oldest verified person is seen seated, smiling gently, surrounded by family, friends, and caregivers, wearing a festive outfit and a birthday crown. Despite her advanced age, she appeared alert and in good spirits, famously telling reporters, "I'm not afraid of dying. I just don't want to." Jeanne Calment lived through 3 centuries, witnessing the Eiffel Tower's construction, both world wars, the invention of the automobile and airplane, and the moon landing. She outlived her husband, daughter, and grandson. She passed away peacefully on August 4, 1997, at the age of 122 years and 164 days, still the oldest human ever officially recorded in history. Her extraordinary longevity, sharp wit, and zest for life remain legendary. Number 6. This is the last known photograph of French extreme snowboarder Marco Siffredi, taken on September 8, 2002, at the summit of Mount Everest, 8,848 m, just before he began his descent. In the image, the 23-year-old rider is seen with trusted Sherpa Furba Tashi helping him strap into his snowboard for what would be his final run. Marco had already successfully snowboarded Everest the previous year via the Norton Couloir route, making history as the first to do so. This time, he chose the more dangerous and technical Hornbeam Couloir, his personal Holy Grail. He disappeared into the clouds around 3 p.m. Tracks were visible only to about 8,600 m, no trace of him, his black snowboard, or his bright yellow suit was ever found despite extensive searches. His body remains on the mountain. Marco Siffredi is remembered as one of snowboarding's boldest pioneers who pushed the sport to its absolute limits. Number 7. This is one of the last known photographs of Gabby Petito, taken in late August 2021 during her cross-country road trip with fiancé Brian Laundrie in their converted van. In the image, the 22-year-old travel blogger and adventurer is seen smiling brightly outside the van, likely captured by Brian himself or a passerby during one of their final stops in the American West. These photos were later recovered from her phone and shared publicly after her disappearance. Gabby was reported missing on September 11, 2021, after Brian returned home alone to Florida. Her body was found on September 19, 2021, in Bridger-Teton National Forest, Wyoming. The coroner ruled her death a homicide by strangulation. Brian Laundrie was named a person of interest and later died by suicide in October 2021. A notebook found with his remains contained a confession to killing Gabby. Gabby's case brought national attention to domestic violence, missing persons cases, and the importance of recognizing warning signs in relationships. Her joyful spirit, love of travel, and creative vlogs continue to be remembered by her family, friends, and supporters.